Hello. Alright. There's supposed to be a Dunkin' Donuts. Here. Hey, Baba, Cameron. There's supposed to be a Dunkin' Donuts. Did I go the right way? Or am I totally lost now? Alright, this don't look as familiar. Is this the way I came before? Yeah, it is. Okay. It was in daytime. Hey, John. I'm tired. I've been stuck in this town now for 5 hours, I guess. Alright, I went too far. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, where's the Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah, Harry, I just saw that fire. Trouble is, I'm in West Virginia. Yeah. Channel 19's live. Where's Dunkin' Donuts at now? I passed it before and I missed it. Hey, Birdman. Caw. I'd like to get some deep. I don't have enough money. Oh, all right. Where is this damn donuts? Okay, I better turn your lights on, you moron. There's McDonald's. Is that Dunkin' Donuts? Hey, Sean. No, I'm in Princeton. Okay, I think that is Dunkin' up there now. Okay. I drove by this like once earlier today and I never came back. I went and did something else. Taco Bell. Where's the Dunkin' Donuts? I am so blind, I guess. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Alright. Where? I'm totally lost. I'm so confused. Yeah. Aquarium. Alright, can I drive in here? Okay. Where is this Dunkin' Donuts? How am I missing this? I don't understand. Alright. Maybe it's. Where the heck is it? Maybe it doesn't exist. That's why I can't find it. Where the heck? Alright, this is ridiculous. I've tried to find this thing like twice today, and I still can't find it. Either it's there and I drove past it because it's closed, or it does not exist anymore. All right. Okay. Oh. Oh, I've seen some pretty country here in West Virginia and Virginia today, but all right. Where the heck is this freaking Dunkin' Donuts? Oh, maybe it's in the oh, it's in the gas station. That's why I drove past it. Okay. I was looking for a freestanding building, and I don't know. It's inside the gas station. It's not a real Dunkin' Donuts. But is the coffee the same? Is it good? I'll be right back out. Yeah, and there's some bozos that got in an accident with a state trooper out in North Homestead. They're going to learn about how the justice system works. Oh, excuse me. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, look at my masks are all twisted up here. What did I do to these things? Here we go. Anybody still here? Sorry. I was trying to buy coffee, and I was trying to check one of my debit cards, how much money's on it. And of course, I have to update the app. You can't use your money because we have to update our app. Yes, I'm still in West Virginia. Yeah, I passed out earlier. And that the internet is, my data is so slow down here because I got the wrong company to have a phone in West Virginia. So, oh, I did sleep. Ugh. Is any? Everybody said Verizon, and there's a reseller which is probably Verizon. So Verizon. But even then, it's West Virginia and Virginia. I mean, there's too many hills. They don't have enough towers. So, the only thing works good down here is a satellite phone. Seriously. Oh, this, and then I didn't realize I was updating the wrong app. Same company, but a different thing that I use with them. I'm like, oh, I updated the wrong one all that time. All that time on a 300 baud modem. Most likely, Linda. Yeah, I mean, you have to because nothing else works. And I still have to go through the toll station and get my 3 tickets. You're a bad human. You don't have cash. Here's your ticket. Oh my God. I might even try to deliver a couple DoorDashes down here. Yeah, you can go online, or I suppose you can mail it, or you can call in to pay it. But I I don't know if you guys heard, my daughter used to go to something West Virginia. It went off grid for days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, anywhere you go out here, you're off grid. I've got a friend who comes down here a lot to go kayaking. You know, yeah. Hey, Kathy. Oh. Just sitting and trying to wait to buy coffee. I'm trying to see if I have any money on this one card. Of course, I have to update the app. I'm in West Virginia. I took a little delivery here earlier tonight. There was a local delivery, and I crossed back into Virginia like twice. I went across the river wherever I was at. It's pretty over there. Yeah, this is a good place to do some sky watching, that's for sure. Well, I will be in a minute, Kathy. Yeah, get my 3 more tickets. Uh, but they called me back today earlier. The Parkway Authority, the West Virginia Parkway Authority, and they said the first time you get these tickets, you don't have to pay the fine. Oh my gosh! But if you have a outstanding ticket with them, no, you're gonna have to pay the fines. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hello. Well, with this new thing I have, yeah, I can go very far. They waived all of yours. Hello, Carlton. Oh my God, I'm trying to forget. I've forgotten your damn old name, Mister. What would I used to say? Oh my God, I can see it. Uh, oh, stuck in West Virginia, almost with the slowest data connection on the planet. Yeah, I know. It's a health center. It's the Norwood Family Clinic Health Center burning. I think that I saw that Cleveland called it a triple three. No, no. Oh, oh, oh. The app. Oh, it updated. Ooh, whoopee. Oh my gosh. Oh no. They logged me out. You've got to be kidding me. Did they log me out? Oh my God. Bastards. Yeah, more companies. Oh, they I updated the app because they couldn't open the app. Now they logged me out when they updated the app because they changed it all. They changed it all. Bastards. Unbelievable. Oh, no. My finger worked. Hey, Emmer. Thank you. My finger still worked. Okay, there's not enough money to buy anything. I couldn't remember. There's not enough money to buy anything. Yeah. All right. All right. I have. Let's see what's there. Oh, no, there's no money there. Oh, that's not good. Negative balance. That's not good. All right, let me go inside and finish paying for my coffee. I only have one card with some change on it. Coffee. All right, what am I doing here now? You can put that there. I can go there. Oh, well. Yes, always the largest. Oh, hi, Dutchie. Wow. They got a lot of equipment. Wow. They got a lot of equipment at this fire. Look at that. Look at that list of equipment at that fire. That's it's off the screen, so it's scrolling because it's so much equipment. No, East Side, 8300 Huff Avenue. Go look it up. 8300 Huff Avenue. Well, you got 4 captains and chiefs. You got air supplies. You got technical rescues. You got 8 engines, 4 ladders, 3 ambulances. No, it's not that big of a building. Oh, well. What am I doing? Why is this acting like that? Alright, well, I need to get some real food in me. I don't think I have any more real food in this car. And a partridge and a pear tree. I have potatoes. I have a shitload of potatoes. Oh, I have a chicken tender left. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I still have a chicken tender. And I have a couple minutes to still get back inside and use their microwave. And I got a shitload of potatoes. JoJo's. All right, I'm going to go back in there and heat up my My leftovers. Down here, it's about 60% not wearing a mask, 40% wearing a mask. Employees are wearing masks. Other people, all right. Leftover gas station chicken. I got one piece left. Baba. Well, enjoy seeing me now, because when we start driving, you won't. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta feed the cat, and I have to pick my sister up at the hospital tomorrow. I did not make the coffee like Dunkin' Donuts does, so I don't know. Well, she's gonna have to, because she can't move in with the other. Or she can go back to her group home. Not until she's strong enough. It's a mess, and they don't know what's wrong with her. Where's the chicken? I have one piece of chicken. Oh, dropped my potato. It's so bad down here. There's no radio, no nothing. How does that work? Why isn't the radio working?
Pictures. I never saw any picture of any other candidates. And this gave a message that they will not give any petition saying me and the many people from my generation. Correct. The official results showed Hosni Mubarak winning the presidential election with nearly 90% of the vote. And on September 27th, it was indeed that all too familiar figure who took the oath of office. The fair insisted the election was fake. Because hardly any Egyptians had bothered to vote. Yet, fair or not, the results seemed to take the wind out of the movement. The fair continued on paper, continued to hold school meetings. But in the years to come, Ahmed devoted his energy to working as a human rights lawyer. But then, in January 2011, the movement, which had lain relatively dormant, burst back into life. I believe that what happened with Tahrir Square in 2011 was a continuation of Kifaya and an indication that the previous movements were able to make the entire society engaged in the hands of Israel for change, for a better life, for a better living standards. And after
Where's my other phone at?
thousands of people in the streets in January 2011, we thought that this was the fruit of the peaceful movements before. So we were very proud. We think that we can be the makers of these events. This is not a story with a happy ending. On the one hand, the Arab Spring led to Egypt's president Hosni Mubarak leaving office. But what followed was a series of crackdowns by the army on pro-democracy campaigners.
Would it kill any of you to pick up a history book? Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Hot Take with Hila on JTV. The Human Rights Watch, a private, non-governmental research organization, recently decided to write a glorified Twitter thread on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In their report, they lie, mischaracterize, change definitions, and flat-out ignore history in order to create more hatred and vilification of arguably the world's most persecuted group. You know, you can't advocate for human rights unless you're advocating to take those rights away from the Jewish people. How stupid of me to expect any less from these so-called champions of social justice. So why don't we get into some highlights? First, let's talk about their use of the term Occupied Palestinian Territory, or as they like to call it, OPT. Would anyone care to fill me in on when the land was under Palestinian sovereignty of any kind? Just a single year in that supposed period of rule? No? Could it be that maybe the land was never Palestinian? Could it be that the Roman Emperor Hadrian just wanted to rename the territory after the suppression of the Bar Kokhba revolt to distance Jewish connection from their homeland? And that's the reason a group of Arabs are identifying themselves with a Latin word, not knowing that the root of the word is the Hebrew word for invader, that they're literally calling themselves invaders. Okay, cool, so glad we got that out of the way, because if the land was never Palestinian, which it wasn't, it cannot now be OPT. Also, let's look at the land that they're calling OPT, the West Bank and Gaza. Israel pulled out of Gaza completely in 2005, and thousands of Jewish families were displaced in order to give Palestinians a chance for self-governance, and then they elected Hamas, who have been in power ever since. Also crazy how they only wanted to govern a land with no Jews in it. That's not at all alarming and totally not indicative of what a free Palestine actually means. You might look at a map of Israel and say, hey, the West Bank is an unusual name for that territory because despite the fact that it's on the west of the Jordan River, it's on the east side of the country. To which I would say, what an excellent observation. That's because the land was only renamed the West Bank in 1948 after it was illegally annexed by Jordan and they completely ethnically cleansed its entire Jewish population. Its actual name is Judea and Samaria. And then you might say something like, Judea and Samaria, isn't that the heart of the Jewish homeland? Isn't it completely filled with archaeological finds that prove Jewish ties to the land and Jewish sovereignty? And then I'd say you're 100% correct. And then we'd laugh about the absolute absurdity of the claim that an indigenous people can occupy their own land. Not to mention, all that land was granted to Israel legally, and when surrounding Arab leaders threw a temper tantrum because the existence of a Jewish state disrupted their dream of a large, unified Arab empire and decided to wage a genocidal war against us, we won. And when you win a war, specifically a defensive war over your indigenous homeland, you get to keep the land. Well, at least you do if you aren't Jewish. It's also funny how they label Judea and Samaria as being OPT from 1967. Okay, everyone, pop quiz. Who had control over Judea and Samaria before 1967? Ding, 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 that's right, Jordan. Did they ever talk about creating an independent Palestinian state? No. They were the independent Arab state made from the British Mandate of Palestine, and they took that land illegally. Would it kill any of you to pick up a history book? The report then goes on to say that they are charging Israel with apartheid and persecution. The issue here being they changed the definition of apartheid and failed to recognize that Palestinians are not Israeli citizens, nor do they want to be Israeli citizens, because that would involve recognizing Israel as a legitimate state. In any country, non-citizens do not have the same rights as citizens. If a Canadian was living in America at the time of the election, would they be allowed to vote? No. In fact, if they did,
Carrie.
it would be a crime. Also, Israelis can't vote in Palestinian elections. Not that they're really having elections because they've been taken over by some of the most corrupt people in the world, but let's not blame them for any of the Palestinian suffering. Is that apartheid? What about the fact that Israelis can't enter Area A of Judea and Samaria and that it's extremely difficult to enter Area B? No, that's fine. Okay, well, how about the fact that the Palestinian Authority made it illegal to sell land to Jews, and that they'll kill any Palestinian who does, and that they'll be labeled as a traitor? Nope, that's okay. What about how they deliberately keep their people poor, hoard all the money from foreign aid for themselves, and promise them and their families a lifetime salary if they can just kill a Jew? You didn't detect any possible violation of human rights there. It's almost like you don't actually
I
care.
want to hear this because somebody shared it, and I want to see
Chic aesthetic Instagram post, the HRW
because a lot of people do not understand the conflict over there.
They use them to show the supposed disparities between Jews and Palestinians without taking into account the actual reality or cause of said disparities. Let's start with Hannah and Layla. Oh, would you look at that? Hannah looks like the poster child for Aryan beauty in Nazi Germany. In fact, all of their depictions of Jews were extremely whitewashed. Maybe they couldn't be bothered to look up the fact that most Israelis are Mizrahi or Sephardi. Maybe they don't know that Ashkenazi Jews are still Middle Eastern, and the reason Ashkenazi Jews look much lighter today than they did, say, 100 years ago is because the darker you looked, the easier it was to pick you out as a Jew during the Holocaust, so Jews with lighter features were more likely to survive. Speaking of, don't you think it's funny how in Nazi Germany, caricatures of Jews had exaggerated Middle Eastern features because their highest values were of racial purity and white supremacy? The West values human rights and dismantling white supremacy. We are the white human rights violators. We're the same Jews. We descend from the same people who are depicted as dark-skinned and hood-nosed.
Thank you, William.
Which means the set of anti-Semites trying to destroy us. See, this is a very common tactic of anti-Semitism, transforming Jews into whatever society deems to be the most deplorable. In the Soviet Union, we were the capitalist bourgeois cosmopolitans. In America, we were the slimy, conniving socialists. We are hated for being rich. We are hated for being poor. We are hated for trying to assimilate. We are hated for keeping to ourselves. The common thread being we are hated. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is not a racial issue. If you think it is, you don't know about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. That aside, Hannah is an American Jew, and the HRW is condemning her for the crime of being born. Layla, which is an interesting name to choose for this because recently the terrorist plane hijacker Layla Khalid has been getting a lot of clout at American universities, attempt to give her a platform so that she can infect the minds of the next generation into thinking that terrorism is sometimes justifiable, but I digress. Layla is a so-called refugee born in Lebanon. By the way, did you know that the UN has a separate definition of refugee status specifically for Palestinians so that they can exaggerate this crisis? That's not suspicious. Yeah, and Arabs who came to the land as recently as the mid-1940s are classified as Palestinians. This means that Layla's family could originally be from Lebanon, have moved to somewhere in Eretz Israel in, say, 1944, left the land because of the war that Arabs started, gone back to Lebanon, and still be classified as refugees. Not only that, but it's not just the people who left the land who are considered refugees, it's their descendants. Layla looks to be in her late teens, early 20s. She's not a refugee. She wasn't displaced from anywhere, neither were her parents,
YouTube.
possibly not even her grandparents. But all that aside, why not ask so-called refugees into their society? Why does Lebanon refuse to house them and let them out of refugee camps? You know, a little over a week ago, I went to Samaria with some friends. The part of Samaria we went to is an Area B, is only open to Jews once a week, and we had to go with military escorts to avoid being lynched. We visited the ancient northern kingdom of Israel's capital city, which would be a huge site for Jewish tourism, but it's widely restricted. It's also been desecrated with PLO graffiti and random Palestinians taking stones from the ruins to build whatever they want. After that, we went to Mount Gerizim, which overlooks the city of Shechem, also known as Nablus. And of course, I have to mention that Nablus comes from a Latin name, and that most names of Palestinian cities are either Latin or Hebrew, which is just further proof that Arabs are not indigenous to this land. When you look into Shechem from the mountaintop, you can clearly see the entire city as well as the refugee camp right next to it, and they are right next to each other. Why haven't the residents of Shechem allowed these refugees to integrate into their city? Oh, because these so-called refugees are from Haifa or Yaffo. They're not from Nablus. They're not part of us. It's for that same reason the so-called refugees don't want to move into Shechem. Their whole lives they've been told they belong to another part of the land, despite the fact that they were born and raised in Shechem. Also, how can one be a refugee in their own land? That's not how this works. I'm sorry, I really have no desire to hear what you have to say about the so-called refugee crisis when you clearly ignore the fact that these refugee camps are being kept in place to use these people as political pawns. It is not in Israel's control to disband these camps. That change must come internally from the Palestinians. They just don't want to make the change because that would mean that they'd have to take responsibility and not blame Israel. This report makes an absolute mockery of the fight for human rights. If there really is such a huge crisis at the hand of the Israelis, why do you need to lie to get your point across? Why not place blame where blame is actually due? You might actually accomplish something other than participating in the steep rise of anti-Semitism. It should also be noted, as pointed out by the Israel Advocacy Movement, that the HRW didn't say on last year's 3 deadliest conflicts. In Syria, where 11,000 were killed. In Yemen, where 21,000 were killed. Oh, and they also just happened to ethnically cleanse their last 3 Jewish families, but no word on that either. And in Afghanistan, where 42,000 people were killed. Less than 100 people were killed in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict last year, and the vast majority of those Palestinians were terrorists. We know you don't actually care about human rights. You're just set on perpetuating Soviet-era anti-Semitic propaganda because you know the Soviet Union were such champions of human rights. They only murdered 15 million people. Why not continue that legacy? What really gets me about this conflict is how much misinformation is so easily avoidable. The anti-Zionist movement feeds off of ignorance. I implore you all to educate yourselves. Do actual thorough research. Come to Israel. See what it's really like. I'm sure everyone who supported the Nazi Party thought that they were just as woke as you do. You are not immune to being an anti-Semite just because you're a liberal. You are not immune to being an anti-Semite just because you claim to care about social justice. And please, listen to Jews when they tell you you're being anti-Semitic. We know what it looks like much better than you do. I'm Hila Oz, and you're watching JTV.
She put a lot together in 10 minutes, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, she's intense. Because even I think I know stuff about the Middle East and Israel and Gaza and all that, and I don't sometimes. And I try to find reasonable places to listen to facts, truths. Oh, really? So those motorcycles that just went by wouldn't be allowed. She talked with. Well, there were a few cuts, but she can breathe fast. Yes. They pay her. She's worth it. Hold on. Let me get rid of this rubbish. Oh, wait. Where's the rubbish bag at? Where's the bag? She's just a passionate young woman. Share it on Twitter. You can listen to it again. That's the building that was having the fire tonight on the east side, the Norwood Health Services building. I don't know how much was on fire, but a bunch of it's going to be a mess. Excuse me. Why is this beeping? Donna. Oh, we have coffee, don't we? But I don't have enough junk food. Don't have enough junk food. You know, there should be. Oh, there should be more of these in this car somewhere. Ooh, there should be another bag of these. But this is probably more than enough. Okay. I was seriously going to look at the DoorDash app here, maybe. Oh, it's busy. I don't know what you deliver down here. Not much open. Yep. What time is it? I don't know. How far do we have to drive? Oh, 22 miles through the... Oh, that would be rough. 22 miles of delivering out here in the West Virginia hillside for $15. I'm going to get a side order of heroin across the street. Because if I take this delivery, I have to go back to West Virginia. Guess I'm not going to take it because it's going to take me in the completely wrong direction. I wanted to see what was down here. Fentanyl, hey baby. Alright, I got to turn this off here. So there's no pickups here. All the pickups are in Bluefield. So all the orders are down in Bluefield right now. It's interesting. But that's 13 miles away. Alright, I wanted to at least look around at this. What, the big crate I picked up or at the warehouse? I don't have an idea what was in it. Bluefield. I have to do a lot of driving down here to make any money. Some part for an MRI, I think. Yeah, they call me back. I should be able to pay the normal fine, the normal toll, the normal robbery fee without any fines. But if I ever get them again, I think I saw that. Yeah, 500 million. Somebody buy me a ticket. I always forget to buy them. So those tickets, I asked the one toll booth worker, and she said, "Well, I give out a few." And then when I asked the guy at the toll authority, he goes, "Oh, we give out a lot." He fessed up. He goes, "Yeah, we give out quite a few." Yeah, because this is stupid. He said they're trying to put credit cards in, but it's West Virginia. And if they take the cash away, who's going to skim all that off? You can't skim credit card money. For this company. Yeah. All right. Well, I should try to start driving back. I suppose I could do a bunch of Taco Bell deliveries down here, but I don't know if it'd be worth it. A lot of driving. I got more than half a tank right now. Wow. All right. There's a crunchy thing in here. Oh, they turned the lights off. What the heck? Oh, that's my car. Where's those crunchy things? Kathy. Not on the way back, just on the deliveries. Well, nobody pays on the way, you know. It's rare you get paid for your deadhead miles. That's good then. The flash deep frying fixes everything, Carrie. You know they're keto friendly. Almost nobody pays deadhead miles. I like peanut butter stuffed pretzels. So bad. Yeah, they pay tolls. Well, they pay 6 tickets. Where have you been? Come on. All right. Okay, what's an all natural pork rind? Is that a hog who's only eating grass and then and was scared to death or something? So it was a kind death. What the hell is that? So those motorcycles that went by before, but they would get tickets. Your island is no fun. Did these hogs have play dates or something? No preservatives. All right, let's read the label. Hmm. They don't have ingredients. Uh, really, no ingredients. That's interesting. No sugar, no dietary fiber, no carbohydrates, no trans fats, no vitamin D, no calcium, no potassium. Oh, there's the ingredients: pork rinds and salt. That's it. That's pretty natural. What else do you want? Thing is, if there isn't a preservative or something, there's probably a rule that some ingredients in any food product do not have to be listed because they're below a set standard. Grease. They missed that. Doesn't say grease. Your island sounds like it's a hippie utopia or something. Well, I'll never know until I try some. But they probably control the power structure, right? No loud motorcycles, no loud car radios, no urban rap music. Where was I at yesterday? Oh yeah, Athens, Ohio. Found my urban rap music. I laughed. Papa says that, and I find the station that plays that. Yes, high tree hugger content. Oh, what's going on here? See, I'm afraid to leave this little zone I'm in because I have the internet. If I leave this zone again, I lose my mind because I have no internet. I don't even have a. I can't even make a phone call in most places. like all city folk. So here's an interesting post. So, I've talked about the mob, especially in Cleveland and Youngstown. So Youngstown's most notorious mob boss died, and most of the comments are people longing for the days of the mob in the valley. But we like our protection rackets and our prostitution and gambling and massage parlors. Let's see here.
Had suffered. At least that, I believe that is what ultimately took Mr. Strollo and his organization down, and it saved a lot of lives. Mahoning County Prosecutor Paul Gaines talking about being shot by mobsters, but it being a pivotal moment as the law started turning the tide in the valley. Hello, I'm Dave Sess.
And I'm Alexis Walters. Gaines says Strollo's death is the end of an era in Valley history. Strollo was believed to have controlled organized crime in the area in the 1980s and in the 1990s.
In 1997, Lenny Strollo was indicted on federal racketeering charges, including ordering an attempt to kill Gaines, who'd just been elected county prosecutor. He entered a plea deal with the government and then testified in court, leading to the convictions of more than 70 people. Gaines believes the downfall of Strollo and the local mob began when lawyers and judges started fixing cases for drug dealers. They ratcheted it up a notch, and that's what, in my opinion, caused all the violence, because we went from 19 homicides in 1990 to 59 in 91, and we went from 200-300 shootings a year up to 1,400. As part of his deal with the government, Lenny Strollo spent about 10 years in federal prison. He was released in 2008. It's believed he spent his remaining years living in Canfield. Lenny Strollo was in his 90s.
Youngstown mob, boy. There's some stories there. Here's one of the comments. If the mob was still around, some of the stuff going on in the U.S. would never happen, or at least in the major mob cities. Priceless. Oh my God. If you want to read up about the Youngstown mob, go find the book Crime Town, USA. It's just a family business. Here you go. See ya. All right. I'm going to try and get on the road. What are all these messages? Well, Taco Bell and Little Caesars. I drive all over God's creation down here, I wouldn't make any money. That's how they keep you here. they suck you in to start working, and then you can't leave. Well, upwards, yeah, north. So when I went to lunch today in Wytheville, Virginia, I drove around town and then I looked at some restaurants on the map, and I drove past a couple, and then I drove around town. I learned a little bit about the city by looking at the neighborhoods. And then I stopped at this one restaurant that I saw online, and it's a standalone little restaurant building, newer building, packed parking lot. I walked inside, and everybody looked at me like I was Beelzebub or something, or some kind of freak from a sideshow. And I stood there for quite a few minutes, and I picked the menu up and looked at the menu for a little bit. Not a single person who worked there asked me anything. Are you going to eat? Do you have any questions? Zero. They just kept walking around like I was somebody they didn't want to interact with. And everybody in there was a definite kind of group of people. All right, that's all I'm going to say. They were all very similar. So I'm like, well, I can't even get an internet signal down at this location at all. Nothing. There's no data. Phones don't work. And I'm sure they don't have Wi-Fi. Most places don't have Wi-Fi. So then I go back up into town and go back to the little hot dog joint. And everybody in there is friendly. You know, I mean, it was 180-degree difference in the kind of people that were going there, and the just the whole thing in that, the vibe inside, you know. Yeah, I don't think I would ever really probably eat at that other restaurant. I might, but I should have shaved. Maybe because I walked in with a mask. Girls were all wearing masks, you know. Oh, I don't know. Uh, if you saw the prices on the menus, you would be blown away how little they charge for food down here. I shouldn't have shaved. Oh yeah, I took the neck scruff away. That's the giveaway. I'm telling you, the vibe in the two restaurants were weird. So different between the two. Aren't taxes high? I don't know. I don't know. All right, put the coffee down. Oh, do they? I don't know. Well, the first restaurant had 2 state troopers eating. When I went into the little hot dog joint, there were 9 state troopers. I also met outside when I took a picture outside the restaurant. There was a couple sitting at the table outside, speaking a foreign language, and I didn't listen hard enough. I said, "Is that Italian?" And she said, "Oh, no, Argentine. Spanish, Argentine Spanish." So these couple, 50-some-year-old couple are from Argentina, and they live in Florida, and their son lives in Roanoke. So but they go, "We come to this little hot dog joint all the time." I mean, the place has sold like 10 million hot dogs or something. It's insane. It's been there since 1925. They got cool T-shirts, but I didn't have the money to get one. Oh, I did get a sticker though. She gave me a little sticker. Where's the little sticker at? Can't mess that up. Hebrew National. Like, there's the little sticker. Stickers are so cute. She gave this to me because I would like to buy a T-shirt, but she didn't really know if they would sell them if they would mail order one or not. Hebrew National in West Virginia. Virginia. I'm dripping. My jug is dripping. All right. I made a temporary ice cooler. I bought some ice. Oh, don't freeze up on me now. I made a temporary ice cooler here. I put my tarp here and filled it with ice. Put my shit in it. Oh, I know what they are. Go to all the New York restaurants that have claimed to have the world famous coffee. Oh, would he take a sip and spit it out? I can see Letterman doing that. I don't know if I ever saw those episodes. I must have. Because he would do a good spit take. All right. I need some rubber bands. My rubber bands broke. Well, there's a delivery in Canton, Ohio, but I don't think I'll get to it. All right, where's my other power cord? Car's a real mess. Hey, Rick. Well, I took a delivery down here to Virginia, but now I'm in Princeton, West Virginia, trying to get back, and I'm dragging. Probably should sleep or something, but I don't know if I will. Yeah, some pretty places. I don't know that and I would show more, but can't even get cell connection down here. Really wish I'd had a camera on this trip. Oh, all right. Now let's try to go north. Next spot for humanity is Charleston. I think that's like 100 miles or something. Yeah, I drove some little back roads and stuff today. Checked out some little areas, It's definitely a whole different kind of world down here. Subway even has a drive here. Woo! Oh, I don't know. Should I buy gas here? I probably should. Being that gas is far and in between down here. Where's my other phone? It's probably the cheapest gas you can buy here. It's probably all $2.99. $2.64. Wow, I never saw it that cheap the whole time I was here. Where the heck is that at? Sam's Club. Of course, I can't buy it because Sam's Club is closed. Damn it, that's cheap. Where the hell is Sam's Club from here? Anyhow, I'm curious. Bluefield. Oh, back in Bluefield. Well, we can't buy gas in Bluefield tonight because that's the wrong way and they're closed. Doggone it. Bluefield's got all the best stuff. Oh, I know, the plastic bags. It's like, people, are you asking to be incinerated? What the frick is with people, man? I saw that, heard about it, and then I saw one video. Yeah, it's like, you're insane, man. What are you people doing? Gee, I never saw that gas price. I didn't look for gas at Bluefield, that's why. Sam's Club was $2.60? Jesus. That's a big difference, man, if that's for real. I mean, that's a big difference. Yeah, Bluefield. Hey, Mary. Oh, hi, Mary. Where the heck is that on the map? There's Bluefield. Gas. I couldn't believe I didn't see that. Sam's Club was way cheaper. Shit. But I didn't go through. Well, I was kind of close to it. Yeah, crazy, man. Laundry basket? Oh, I missed that nonsense. I mean, Bluefield, West Virginia? Or is that in Virginia? Is Bluefield? Bluefield is in Virginia. Or, well, I guess there's both. There's a West Virginia and a Virginia. Okay. I just noticed there's one in each side. I'm in Princeton. Yeah, putting freaking gasoline in a bag, man. It's like, Jesus, just take a match to your hair already. That's just insane. Well, there's no cheaper gas. Oh, I've got enough gas to get back into Ohio. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I passed out in Princeton here for a few hours. Yeah, haven't you? Where have you been? I've been. I was in Virginia. I was in Wytheville, Virginia, all morning. Took a delivery down here. Laundry basket had holes. My God. Why don't they just line these people up at a cliff? Just jump. Mm. I'll start driving here and I'll lose signal soon, most likely. Yeah, I mean, I don't even get that. That's just beyond ignorant, man. I mean, where are your brains? Checked at the door, obviously. Yeah, I've got new company. No, I didn't look into them. I forgot about doing that. No, this is a local company I'm doing stuff with now a little bit. Long distance stuff, a lot of it. Oh, you can fix stupid. You only get one chance, though. Then it's all over. We gotta go back across this bridge. It's a little dark through here. Well, that's what happens with city folks. Their brains turn to rot because they don't know how to do anything. All right, where do I turn again? Is this where I turn? Yeah. Locust Street. Oh, I better leave. I'm starting to learn street names. If I start meeting people twice in the same day while I'm here, then I'm in trouble. So how did you end up in West Virginia, Mary? I don't know if I want to know this story. Oh, the worst part of this is there's no radio stations out here. And I didn't bring any music. New York City. That's a long way. From my house, it's a long way. It's farther from here. Oh, you fell in love with a band guy. That's right. I forgot. Oh, here we are again at nighttime. Driving in New York City? Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Ooh, I almost door dashed here, Mary, but I would be subsidizing the trips. I think all the pickups I was getting were down in Bluefield. Gotcha. All right. Oh, I don't know. Should I buy more gas? I don't know. Oh, there's a Sheets. Sheets. I don't know. I suppose I should top the gas off. Just in case, right? Be an adult. Even be an adult. Sheets. Yep, it's a big gas chain around here. Ohio, Pennsylvania, down here. Yeah, they're all the same price here. It's all $2.99, except back at Sam's Club it was $2.64. Do you think I would have noticed that earlier in the day? No, I didn't. Oh, you know Sheets. They've grown like mad. That organization. All right, I'm gonna buy more gas. Stop beeping. Oh. So weird how some gas stations ask for the zip code, and out here in the middle of nowhere, they don't ask for the zip code.
Hello, Hawaii, this is Cheddar News. Here's what we're looking forward to today. Google may be pulling the plug on Google Photos for Bing Store for free. The company's going to charge customers with over 15 gigabytes of picture storage after June the 1st. Plans are starting at $1.99 a month for users using more storage. Cheddar News, look forward to what's next.
This car's filthy. Oy. Mileage. Get down there. All right. Oh yeah, I'm a long way. Matt Hartley. Yeah, I don't know how far I'm gonna make. It's a long way back. Well, I don't know. I made 2 big trips on this, and then 2 small trips on this whole run. So, where are we at here? I'm gonna delete this odometer setting. Okay. Who knows till I get it all settled up, you know. And I'm using their credit card, which means I'm going to pay a little more for gasoline than if I used my own money. But I didn't have money, so. Well, no, I've never been paid by these people yet, so I don't know how it's all going to work out. Ow. All right, clean windshield. Although I didn't clean my mirrors too good, did I? Smeared up. I've been smashing the best bugs in front of my cars. Probably the worst I've seen any vehicle of mine in years. We're not going south. We're going north. Well, it's paid by the mile. So, yeah, I mean, roughly, yeah. You know, the 2 little trips I did in Columbus, the one should pay better because it was a truck item that would be on a truck, so it should pay more. Where are we at? Where's the ramp at? Well, that's it. I mean, having a little fun, and I'm making money. It's just these return trips. Because it all started yesterday at 8 o'clock when I got the phone call to go to Painesville on the east side, pick something up, take that to Marietta, Ohio. Then when I was in Marietta, I called the Columbus office, or did he call me? And he said, yeah, I've got a couple little things and nothing. I called him, and then he called me back and said he had a couple little things in the morning. If I was going to come back through Columbus, I could do those deliveries in Columbus for him. Then he called me a few minutes later or whatever, and he says, I got another delivery. Can you fit a big crate in your vehicle? So I picked up the 3 items at the one place, big warehouse, and took that to their office. And then the one little package I picked up, I took from Columbus down here to Wytheville. And I'm not going fast enough. I got to get back in the mode of driving. Well, I've already driven on this whole trip almost 800 miles since 8 o'clock last night. I got to get back in the mode of driving here. I really would like to check Marietta out in the daytime. It was a shame I got there at night. That's a neat town. There's a lot of history there on the river. I like adventure, but the cat's going to be flipping out, and I got to pick my sister up tomorrow. My seat is not adjusted properly. For the driving time of the actual deliveries, yeah. Oh, yeah. The delivery time, I'm doing fine. It's just there's all this dead driving. But, with these dispatchers, a lot of companies, you gotta help these dispatchers out sometimes, and then they'll give you trips, so they'll remember to call you. I had 2 phone calls today from 2 dispatchers, but I was too far away from both of them, and then the one was in a big hurry, so I was going to do the one, but then that company decided to put it on an airplane to get it to Cleveland from Columbus, so because all this stuff that I'm moving around is what they call critical stuff, hotshot stuff that needs to be there ASAP. Oh, Mary, they just had a delivery last week or 2. They had 2 deliveries, one to South Dakota and one to Colorado. Oh, well, yeah, it's better than the R1. I did an R1 here in Princeton. just to do it since I was here. Yeah, they get really far deliveries. The twisty, turny West Virginia Turnpike. Now he lost his speed there, so he's pulling back over. We're starting to go uphill. I wish I had a CB in the car. Be a little fun, little something to do. Yeah. Well, on the first tank of gas coming down, I got almost 550 miles. I knew I could get pretty good mileage on the highway, but I'd never driven this thing that far to be able to check that. I know, I've got a CB in the house still. I still have an old Cobra. Probably have a magnetic antenna, maybe. Just need power. I wouldn't install it. I would just sit it on this chair or something. Oh, you still can't get it fixed? Oh. So there's a rest area with amenities, with restaurants right there. This next stretch we're going through is pretty dead till Charleston, if I remember. Oh. When I get back towards Ohio and I feel good, I might call Columbus and see if they have any deliveries. Might head back through Columbus. I made that kid's night last night this morning when I picked up those 3 deliveries for him. Oh.
Everybody has a dream, everybody has a goal, and for most people, they don't come true. And yet, we find a way to keep going in life. We find things to live for. We find.
One guess what kind of radio station that is. Oh. Well, when I drove from Columbus to Wytheville, I did that pretty much nonstop. I did get out of the car once. But otherwise, I drove that in and there was road construction and whatnot. I drove that, and did I stop for gas? I got off the highway. Oh yeah, I had to get gas in Charleston, and I drove that trip. That was 280 miles in a little over 4 hours with the 4.5 hours with the construction. I don't know that I used the bathroom on the way down. You know, it's hard to find radio stations out here.
Rock club. They didn't have that, but your dearly departed ones are there with you, wherever you may go. Did that happen at all in your case? I did not see any of my ancestors or others who have departed at that time. I saw a few significance for me. I saw Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had satellite radio, because this stuff comes in so fuzzy down here. Every station, pretty much.
Well, time meant something, but was it a long time? So in Earth time, several hours. As
Well, this car doesn't have satellite radio. I'd have to get the add-on satellite stuff. Pretty sure it doesn't have it. All the slow trucks going up the big hill. Put your flashers on. Even this hill slows my car down unless I keep my foot in it. Pretty steep grades. Euro 6 had it. I don't think this has it. I've never really read the manual and looked at the radio. It's got a CD player, and I've got lots of CDs, but I have not put one in this car.
Backyard Grill Outs, and no backyard grill out is complete without Omaha Steaks. Order the mouth-watering.
It does have an aux input, and though. See the bottom, I think. Inexpensive radio that has satellite built into it probably would be better than the add-on. Well, yeah, there's no antenna up there, so yeah.
love springtime, but if you suffer with seasonal allergies, not so much. At Faith Family Health, you can take back spring. Faith Family Health is now offering allergy testing. Quit taking those over-the-counter medicines that only relieve your symptoms.
Yeah, you can buy an upgraded radio. Like I said, these radios all have a same format. You can buy an upgraded radio pretty cheap, with the antenna, get that installed. Or you can buy an add-on satellite radio kit.
Here's your updated forecast from ECFM.
We have high pressure setting up in the mid-Atlantic states and covering Appalachia as well, with a pretty good-looking weather pattern. Clear skies for the overnight hours, and we'll be in the low 50s. Tomorrow looks nice, mostly sunny, warming up into the upper 70s. We'll be in the mid-50s and partly cloudy on Thursday night. Friday looks nice, mostly sunny, and our highs around 80. Looking at